Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum everyone. Welcome to my channel English with Shalay. In this video we are going to start a new chapter number 6, poem from the Caribbeans. Caribbeans is a name of a place. So first poem is I'd like to squeeze. Squeeze means to press something. There is a glossary on the side of this page. Equal share, the same amount for everyone. Equal share का मतलब होता है किसी भी चीज को आप इक्वली डिवाइड करते हो और उसे बांटते हो. फॉर एग्जाम्पल अगर आप कैंडीज शेयर कर रहे हैं so you have to divide it equally among the people. So this poem is about fairness and sharing. The poet wished everyone in the world could have the same thing and be treated equally. The poem uses imagination by comparing the world to a tub of toothpaste that can be squeezed. So let's start reading the poem. So let's read out first line. I like to squeeze this round world into a new shape. So here the poet imagined that he squeezed the round world into a different shape. So this means that poet wants to change the world into a better place. Then I like to squeeze this round world like a tube of toothpaste. So here the poet compares the world to a tube of toothpaste because when we squeeze it, so toothpaste come out from the tube. Similarly, poet imagined that he squeezed the world and all the bad material and all the bad things come out. I like to squeeze this round world fair and square. So the poet want to squeeze this world but in a fair way so that everyone should be treated equally and everyone should be live happily in the world. I like to squeeze it and squeeze it. So here the poet repeats the word to show a strong wish to change the world. So he repeats this sentence again and again that he really want to change this world till everybody had an equal share. So he want to squeeze it till everyone to have the same chance and enough food, money and happiness, and no one should have too much or too little and everyone treated equally. So this poem is all about to make the world better place and everyone in the world should be treated fairly and everyone in the world get equal rights, equal things. So this poem teaches us the importance of kindness, fairness and sharing. So here is the poem summary. There is a talk time on the page. Does everyone in the world have the same amount of everything? क्या आपको लगता है कि इस दुनिया में जितने भी लोग रहते हैं उनके पास हर चीज इक्वल अमाउंट में है? So the answer is no. If you could, what would you share more equally? अगर आप ऐसा कर सकते हो तो आप कौन सी ऐसी चीज है जो कि इक्वल शेयर करेंगे? So answer is I share equal amount of candies. Now move to the next page and there is a new poem here. Flying fish. There is a glossary on the page. The word is skim. To move quickly over the top of something. जब आप किसी भी चीज के ऊपर से जल्दी से मूव कर जाते हैं, जल्दी से चले जाते हैं, that is called skim. Let's start reading the poem. Flying fish, what is your wish? So here the poet is talking to a flying fish and he repeats the word to get the attention of the fish. What is your wish? So poet asks from the fish that what do you want or what is your dream? In water you swim yet like to skim through wind. Here the poet says that the flying fish live in the water and it skims like other fish, but fish also like to glide or move quickly over the surface of the water and fish also glide through the air for a short time. Flying fish, make up your mind. So here the poet again speak to the flying fish and he also repeat the name because he want to emphasize and get attention. Then the poet asks the fish to decide what it want to be. Are you a bird inside a fish or just a fish dreaming of wings? So here the poet asks if the flying fish is like a bird or is there a bird hidden inside the fish or is it simply an ordinary fish? And here the poet wonders that if the fish dreams of flying like a bird. So this poem is based on imagination of a poet and this poem encourages students to use their imagination and enjoy the wonders of nature. So here are the summary of stanzas and here is the summary of poem. Now move to the next page, read and respond. Read the poem I like to squeeze and flying fish on page 91 and 92. Question number 1. In the poem I like to squeeze, which line is repeated? Write it down. So the line is I like to squeeze this round world. In the poem Flying Fish, how does the fish move in the water? So the fish swims in the water. Part B. In Flying Fish, why does the poet ask the fish if it is a bird inside a fish? Tell a partner. Flying Fish poem में poet मछली से ये क्यों पूछता है कि उसके अंदर कोई बर्ड है, बिकॉज इट कैन बी ग्लाइड थ्रू द एयर लाइक अ बर्ड। सो पोएट फिश से ये इसलिए पूछता है क्योंकि फिश हवा में से बहुत जल्दी उछलती है, सो इस वजह से पोएट फिश से पूछता है। क्वेश्चन नंबर 2, इन I'd like to squeeze. What does the poet want everybody in the world to have? Write it down. So the answer is an equal share. Part C. What do you think? Write with a partner. Talk about which of the two poems you like most. Explain to a partner why you like it. So here are the sample one answer. I like flying fish because it is fun and imaginative. Part A. Find one pair of rhyming word in each of the poem on page 91 and 92. Write them down. So here are the rhyming words: scare, share, fish, wish. Part B. Which two words in each of the following lines start with the same sound? Write the word. What is your wish? So here the same sound words are what and wish. Like a tube of toothpaste. So here the words are tube and toothpaste. Syllable. When a word is divided containing a vowel sound and usually one or more consonant sounds. Syllable एक ऐसा वर्ड होता है जिसमें vowel sound भी होती है और consonant sound भी होती है, तो हम उस वर्ड को अलग अलग पढ़ते हैं। वोवल वर्ड्स वोवल साउंड प्रोड्यूस कर रहे होते हैं, कॉन्सोनेंट वर्ड्स कॉन्सोनेंट साउंड प्रोड्यूस कर रहे होते हैं। दैट इज कॉल्ड सिलेबल। देयर इज अ लैंग्वेज टिप ऑन द साइड ऑफ दिस पेज। राइमिंग वर्ड्स आर डिफरेंट words with the same sound at the end of the word. The same word repeat is not a rhyming word. किसी भी poem के last पे जो words होते हैं और उन words का जो last sound होता है वो अगर किसी दूसरे word के sound last sound से match कर रहा हो तो उसे हम rhyming words कहते हैं। लेकिन अगर किसी भी poem के एक line का last word अगर एक है और third line का जो last word है वो भी same है तो वो rhyming words नहीं होते। rhyming words two different words होते हैं जिनका last साउंड जो है वो सेम होता है। लाइक फन एंड रन। फन एक अलग वर्ड है एंड रन एक अलग वर्ड है, बट दोनों वर्ड्स का जो लास्ट साउंड है वो सेम है, सो इसे राइमिंग वर्ड्स कहते हैं। पार्ट सी, रीड द फॉलोइंग वर्ड्स अलाउड। फ्लाइंग टूथपेस्ट, एवरीबडी, इक्वल, ड्रीमिंग, वाटर। रीड देम अगेन, क्लैप द बीट्स टू काउंट द सिलेबल। सो अब आपने इन वर्ड्स में से सिलेबल फाइंड आउट करने के कितने सिलेबल हैं। सो सिलेबल को फाइंड आउट करने के लिए आपको वर्ड को लाउड रीड आउट करना होगा। लाइक फ्लाइंग, फ्लाई वन साउंड, इंग is second sound, so this word has two syllable, flying. Toothpaste, so this word has two syllable, toothpaste. Water, water, this word also have two syllable. Then equal, so e one sound है, equal second sound है, so equal two syllable पे consist करता है। Dreaming, dreaming, इस वर्ड के भी दो सिलेबल हैं। Everybody, so everybody के 5 सिलेबल हैं। कैसे? everybody। स्टूडेंट्स को समझाने के लिए आपने स्टूडेंट्स को कहना है कि अपने चिन के नीचे हाथ रखें और जैसे जैसे इनकी चिन नीचे की तरफ ड्रॉप हो, इस वर्ड को पढ़ते वक्त जितनी बार चिन नीचे की तरफ ड्रॉप हो, so इट्स मीन के उस वर्ड में इतने सिलेबल हैं। लाइक इफ वी से बनाना, banana, so we chin drop 3 times, so banana have 3 syllable. Read them again and clap the beat to count the syllable. Show how the words can be split up into syllable. फिर आपने बच्चों को सिखाना है कि syllable किस तरह अपने किसी भी word के find out करने हैं। Tell a partner how many syllable there are in each word, और फिर आपने बच्चों को सिखाना है सिलेबल कैसे काउंट करते हैं। योर टीचर विल रीड आउट द वर्ड्स इन क्लास, राइट डाउन द स्पेलिंग्स इन योर नोटबुक। सो दिस इज अ क्लासरूम बेस्ड एक्टिविटी। नाउ मूव टू द नेक्स्ट पेज एंड देयर इज अ न्यू पोएम हियर, क्लासेस अंडर द ट्रीज। सो इस पेज पे आप देख रहे हैं कि एक टीचर दरख्त के नीचे बैठ के बच्चों को पढ़ा रही है। सो देयर इज अ ग्लोसरी ऑन द पेज। ब्रेड फ्रूट, लार्ज राउंड फ्रूट दैट ग्रोज ऑन अ ट्री। तो यहाँ पे इस फ्रूट की पिक्चर दी गई है और इस फ्रूट को हम ब्रेड फ्रूट कहते हैं। रिसाइट, टू से समथिंग आउट लाउड। रिसाइट का मतलब होता है किसी भी चीज़ को जब आप ऊंची आवाज में पढ़ते हैं तो इट्स मीन यू आर रिसाइटिंग। लेट्स स्टार्ट द रीडिंग। माय टीचर मिसेस जैटी सेज, चिल्ड्रन वी कांट ब्रीथ इन हियर, कम ऑन वी आर गोइंग अंडर द ब्रेड फ्रूट ट्री। तो यहाँ पे एक मिसेस जैटी है जो कि अपने स्टूडेंट से कहती हैं कि हम यहाँ अंदर सांस नहीं ले सकते, इसलिए आओ बाहर चलते हैं और दरख्त के नीचे, ब्रेड फ्रूट के दरख्त के नीचे हम बैठ के पढ़ते हैं। We leave the one-room school house these hot days in June for the breeze outdoors below blue skies. So आज हम जून के इन गर्मी के दिनों में स्कूल का एक कमरा खाली छोड़ देंगे और जब बाहर हल्की हवा चल रही है और नीले आसमान के नीचे बैठ के पढ़ेंगे। Reciting our lessons in sing-song fashion, we hear twittering birds recite there too. और जब हम अपना लेसन एक सिंग सॉन्ग फैशन वे में हम पढ़ेंगे तो हम उसके साथ जो बर्ड्स ट्री पे बैठे होंगे उनकी आवाज भी सुनाई देगी। So the poem is about a class that study outside under a breadfruit tree because the classroom is too hot. The children enjoy the cold breeze, the blue sky and the cheerful birds while learning. The poem shows that learning can be enjoyable when we are close to nature. So here are the summary of stanzas and here is the summary of poem. There is a talk time on the page. Do you prefer lesson in the classroom or lesson outside? Why? So the simple one answer is I prefer lesson outside because the fresh air is cool and it is fun to learn in nature. And the second one answer is I prefer lesson in classroom because it is quiet and I can learn better. Now move to the next page. Water everywhere. There is a glossary on the side of this page. Landing, the space between room in the upstairs of a house. Rooms और upstairs stairs के दरमियान जो फासला होता है उसे हम लैंडिंग कहते हैं। Water everywhere, पानी हर जगह। There's water on the ceiling and water on the wall. There's water in the bedroom and water in the hall. There's water on the landing and water on the stairs. Whenever daddy takes a bath, there's water everywhere. So there is a water on the ceiling and there is also water on the walls and water has even reached the bedroom and there is water in the hall too and there is water on the landing, the space at the top of the stairs. So there is water on the stairs also and every time when the daddy has take a bath, the water is all over the house because daddy splashes a lot while bathing. So in this poem the poet tells us that whenever daddy takes a bath he splashes so much water that it seems to be all over the house, even on the ceiling, walls, bedroom, hall, landing and stairs. So this is the poem summary. Now move to the next page. Read the poem Classes Under the Trees and Water Everywhere on page 95 and 96. Part A. Read and respond. In the poem Classes Under the Trees, what can children hear as they recite their lessons? Write it down. So the answer is they hear twittering birds. Question number 2. In the poem Water Everywhere, how many times is the phrase there water repeated? Tell a partner. So the answer is 6 times. Part B. In Classes Under the Trees, why does the class go outside? Tell a partner. So the answer is because the classroom is too hot. Question number 2. In the poem Water Everywhere, where is the water coming from? Tell a partner. So the answer is it is coming from daddy's bath. Part C. What do you think? With a partner, talk about how you think the children feel about having their lessons outside in class under the trees. So the answer is they feel happy. Now move to the next page. Part A. Find 2 interesting adjectives in the poem Classes Under the Trees. Write them down. So you have to find out adjectives. So the adjectives are hot and blue. Tell a partner why you think the writer uses these words. The answer is to describe the weather and the sky. Part B. Find 2 compound words from each of the poem on page 95 and 96. So you have to find out compound word. What is compound word? A compound word is where 2 words are joined to make a new word. For example, bedroom is equal to bedroom. So compound word ऐसा word होता है जो कि 2 words से मिलकर बनता है। जब हम 2 different words को आपस में combine करते हैं तो that word is called compound word. So the compound words are schoolhouse, breadfruit, whenever, everywhere. Write 2 words that make up each of the compound words. So here it is, part C. What do you think? With a partner, take turn to read the poem aloud, clapping out the rhythm as you read. Which of 2 poems do you think has a stronger rhyming pattern? So the answer is water everywhere. Which has a stronger rhythm? Talk about your ideas with a partner. So the strongest rhythm of the poem is water everywhere. Now move to the next page and there is a new poem here, crab dance. Crab is an insect जो कि इस पेज पे आपको different crab की picture दिखाई गई है. There is a glossary on the side of this page and the word is scuttle. To run with short quick step. छोटे steps लेके जल्दी जल्दी भागना, इसको हम scuttle कहते हैं. Let's read out the poem. Play moonlight and the red crabs dance their scuttle foot dance on the mud-packed beach. So here the poet says the moon is shining brightly at night and the red crabs begin to dance and they move quickly with their small feet and they dance on the muddy beach. Play moonlight and the red crabs dance their sideways dance to the soft sea beat. So here the poet says the moonlight shines again and the crabs continuing dancing. Crabs move sideways as they dance and the gentle sound of the sea is like music for their dance. Play moonlight and the red crab dance their bubble eye dance, their last crab dance. So here the poet says the moonlight still shining and the crabs keep dancing happily and crab dance with their round bulging eyes and this is their final dance of the night. So in this poem the red crab dance on the muddy beach in the moonlight and the crabs dance sideways to the gentle sound of the sea and the crab continue dancing happily until their last dance, and this is the summary of the poem. Now move to the next page and there is a new poem here. ग्रैनी ग्रैनी प्लीज कॉम माई हेयर. कॉम मतलब होता है कंघा करना. So यहाँ पे एक लड़की है जो कि अपनी ग्रैनी को कह रही है कि प्लीज मेरे बालों में कंघी कर दें. There is a glossary on the side of this page. First word is parting, the line where hairs separate into different direction. जब हम अपने बालों को 2 या 3 या 4 हिस्सों में डिवाइड करते हैं so that is called parting, कि हमने अपने हेयर्स को डिफरेंट सेक्शन में डिवाइड किया है. ब्रीज, ब्रीज का मतलब होता है जेंटल विंड. जब आहिस्ता आहिस्ता हवा चलती है तो उसे हम कहते हैं ब्रीजिंग. टग्स, टग्स मीन पुल हार्ड. जब आप किसी भी चीज को जोर से खींचते हैं तो इसको कहते हैं टग्स. नाउ रीड आउट द पोएम. ग्रैनी ग्रैनी प्लीज कॉम माई हेयर, यू ऑलवेज टेक योर टाइम, यू ऑलवेज टेक सच केयर. तो यहाँ पे एक लड़की है जो अपनी ग्रैनी को कह रही है कि आप मेरे बालों में कंघा कर दें, आप हमेशा मेरी कंघा करती हैं और मेरा ख्याल भी रखती हैं. यू पुट मी टू सिट ऑन कुशन बिटवीन योर नीज, आप अपने नीज के दरमियान कुशन रख के मुझे बिठाती हैं. यू रब अ लिटिल कोकोनट ऑयल, और आप मेरे सर में कोकोनट ऑयल लगाती हैं. पार्टिंग जेंटल एज अ ब्रीज, और फिर मेरे बालों को डिफरेंट सेक्शन में डिवाइड करती हैं और ऐसे डिवाइड करती हैं जैसे हल्की सी हवा गुजर गई हो कि पता ही नहीं चलता कि आपने मेरे बालों को सेक्शन में डिवाइड किया है. एंड देन मम्मी मम्मी शी ऑलवेज इन अ हरी रश, और जो मेरी मदर हैं वो हमेशा जल्दी में होती हैं. शी पुल्स माई हेयर, वो मेरे बाल खींच देती हैं. सम टाइम शी टग्स, और वो कभी कभी इतने जोर से खींच देती हैं कि बहुत ज़्यादा पेन होती है. बट ग्रैनी, लेकिन ग्रैनी यू हैव ऑल द टाइम, आपके पास बहुत वक्त होता है. इन द वर्ल्ड, इस दुनिया में सिर्फ आप हैं जिनके पास टाइम होता है. एंड व्हेन यू आर फिनिश, और जब आप मेरे बाल बनाकर मुकम्मल कर लेती हैं. यू ऑलवेज टर्न माई हेड एंड से नाउ हु अ नाइस गर्ल, आप जब मेरे बाल बनाकर ख़त्म करती हैं और तब आप मुझे टर्न करके कहती हैं कि अब बताओ कि इस वर्ल्ड में सबसे नाइस गर्ल कौन है. देयर इज अ टॉक टाइम ऑन द पेज. डू यू लाइक हैविंग योर हेयर ब्रश, क्या आपको पसंद है कि आपके बालों में हमेशा कंघी हुई हो. Why not? Yes, I do, because it make my hair neat and tidy. Question number 2. Do you prefer to do your own hair or for someone else to do? क्या आप खुद अपने बालों को कंघा करना पसंद करते हैं या भाई कर और. So I prefer someone else to do my hair because they do it gently. Or you can also answer like that. I prefer to do my own hair because I can do it myself. So this poem is about the loving relationship between a girl and her mother, and the girl enjoy having granny comb her hair because Granny is gentle, patient and caring, and she compares Granny with her busy mother who combs her hair quickly. The poem teaches about love, patience and kindness in family. So here are the summary of stanzas and here is the summary of poem. Now move to the next page. There is a comprehension. Read the poem Crab Dance and Granny Granny Please Comb My Hair on page 99 and 100. Read and respond. In the poem Crab Dance, where do the red crab go to the dance? Write it down. So the answer is they dance on the mud packed beach. Question number 2. In the poem Granny Granny Please Comb My Hair, find 2 words that describe how mummy combed the girl hair. Write them down. So the verbs are pulls, tugs. Part B. With the partner talk about what you think the phrase soft sea beat in crab dance mean. So ये जो phrase use किया इसका क्या मतलब है. So the meaning is it means the gentle sound of the sea waves. In the poem Granny Granny Please Comb My Hair, how does the girl feel when Granny comb her hair? Talk about your ideas with your partner. So the answer is she feels happy and comfortable. Part C. What do you think? Which of the 2 poems do you like best? What do you like most about it? Tell a partner. So the simple one answer is I like crab dance because it is fun and beautiful. Now move to the next page. part 1. Write a poem about fish swimming in the moonlight. Use the adjective in the box below or you are on to complete the first word. So here you complete this poem. Play in the moonlight, the glimmering fish dance their sparkling dance in the silvery sea. There is a language tip on the side of this page. An adjective is a word used to describe something. Adjective ऐसे words होते हैं जो कि किसी भी चीज़ के बारे में या किसी भी noun के बारे में या किसी भी place के बारे में ज़्यादा information देते हों, ऐसे words को हम adjective कहते हैं. Now move to the next page, part 2. Now write a words about children dancing on the beach. Use interesting word of your own. So here you complete this poem. Play in the sunlight. The happy children dance their joyful dance on the golden sand. There is a stretch down on the page. Write your own poem about something beautiful in nature. Use 3 or more interesting adjectives. Use 6 or more rhyming words. Check your poem for spelling and punctuation. Read your poem aloud. Can you make it even better? So here is a sample one poem. There is a think tank question on the page. The poems in this unit are all from Caribbean. What poem do you know from the country you live in? If you wrote a poem about your country, what would you write about? So ये जो सारी poems लिखी गई हैं ये कैरिबियन प्लेस से ली गई हैं. तो अब आपने अगर कोई पोएम लिखनी हो तो आप अपनी कंट्री के लिहाज से कोई पोएम लिखें और अपनी कंट्री के लिहाज से आप किस चीज़ के ऊपर पोएम लिखेंगे. So the sample one answer is I know poems about Pakistan. If I wrote a poem about my country, I would write about the beautiful mountains, green fields, river and our national flag. Here the chapter ended. अगर आपको ये वीडियो अच्छी लगी हो तो इसे लाइक शेयर और मेरे चैनल को सब्सक्राइब करें. तब तक के लिए अल्लाह हाफिज़.